May I come in, sir?
Please come in.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Please take your seat, Aditya.
Thank you, sir.
How would your friends describe you? 3 sentences. Not you, your friends.
So my friends generally describe me as a studious and achiever person, and they find me an honest person whom they can always turn to for honest advice. Also, they respect me for my determination and my never give up attitude.
Trace the origin of 𝐼𝐸𝐲𝐸, Uttar Pradesh.
So, based on historical evidences, it was established in 1665 by 𝐼𝐸𝐲𝐸, who was son of 𝐕𝐢𝐝 who was in the lineage of Rajput kings. And then it was mainly established as a ruling center. And then it became important during the revolt of 1857 due to the presence of Maharaja Kunwar Singh. And then presently it is a important region in Purvanchal region of Uttar Pradesh, and is known for black clay pottery.
What is the ODOP of 𝐼𝐸𝐲𝐸?
So there's only black clay pottery.
Okay. So, which river flows from 𝐼𝐸𝐲𝐸?
Sir, Tamsa River.
Tamsa is a tributary or a distributary?
Sir, I'm not exactly aware of this, sir.
But you know the river from which it forms?
No, sir.
Trace the origin of mathematics. To which era can you trace it back?
Sir, mathematics has always existed. We can find mathematics in our scriptures, even in Greek literature. Across the world, we can find an element of mathematics, and it has become more developed, became more systematic over the years across different regions of the world in different forms. And in India also, we have witnessed significant development of mathematics, with notable people being 𝐼𝐸𝐻, 𝐸𝐺𝐸, Brahmagupta, and in recent years, Srinivasan Ramanujan.
What is India's contribution to mathematics?
Sir, India has numerous contributions to mathematics.
Give me three.
Sure, sir. First of all, zero was discovered by 𝐼𝐸𝐻. The computational usage of zero was started by Brahmagupta. The solution of quadratic equation was done by Brahmagupta. 𝐸𝐺𝐸 did a fantastic work in field of astronomy, in study of eclipses, and also Ramanujan's contribution in terms of series and partition numbers is notable.
How do you see the future of mathematics, both as a career option and as a growing subject?
Sir, as we know, presently it is said that data is the new oil. And if you want to analyze data, if we want to use data in an optimum manner, the best way to use data is the knowledge of mathematics. So with the present advent of AI, the growing importance of AI, I see mathematics growing as a field, especially the study of numbers and their relationships with the real life world. Also the concepts of quantum computing, cryptography, these have also introduced some new domains to mathematics. I see it becoming a career option very important for highly skilled people and people who have higher domain knowledge. But in terms of regular usage of mathematics, I see manual usage decreasing to almost nil due to the current automation
Do you
processes.
see the danger of AI and quantum computing replacing mathematics?
Sir, they will not replace mathematics. They will create many jobs at higher levels, but in terms of their usage at lower levels, I see manual work being eliminated to some extent.
What is quantum computing?
So, sir, in quantum computing, we analyze particles at very small level. So they don't follow the laws of the classical mechanics. Like in general, in terms of computing, we study that binary, either a bit is 0 or 1. But in terms of quantum computing, they acquire a hybrid character. They may show superposition as 0 or 1.
So what are the bits in quantum computing called?
Qubits.
Qubits.
Yes.
And what is the measure of a qubit?
Sir, I'm not able to exactly understand. Can you please elaborate?
What is the measure of qubit? What is like 1 bit is 0, 1? How much does a qubit form?
Sir, I'm not exactly able to recall. Sorry, sir.
Okay. So you read the Bhagavad Gita.
Yes, sir.
What is the best chapter in Bhagavad Gita that you like?
So my favorite chapter is chapter 11, the universal form.
Okay. And how many shlokas are there in Bhagavad Gita?
Sir, 700.
And which chapter is the most interesting chapter?
Sir, interesting can be different to different
From
people.
your perspective.
Sir, I think in terms of what is relevant for the current world, the most important chapter is chapter 3.
And in which chapter does it talk of different forms of self?
Sir, I'm not exactly, can you please elaborate on what is meaning of different forms of self? I'm not exactly able to understand this question.
So self means you understanding yourself.
Yes.
So there are 4 phases of self that Bhagavad Gita has taught. Are you aware of it?
Sir, there are talk about 3 modes of material nature in chapter 14. There are talks about various divisions of faith in chapter 17. But in terms of understanding of self, I'm not able to exactly understand this question. I'm sorry, sir.
UP is not figuring in the MSP debate. Why Punjab and Haryana are only pressing for the MSP with reference to wheat or rice when UP also grows these products?
So, sir, when we talk about MSP, they come into picture mainly in the APMC markets. And the mandi system is particularly very strong in Punjab and Haryana. So most of the farmers are involved there in terms of mandi system not being so dominant in UP, and it is still dominant, but only in the western region of Uttar Pradesh. And the main 3 crops regarding which MSP is relevant, the wheat, rice. So they are particularly grown in Punjab and Haryana at a very large level. In terms of UP, we still have much diversification in terms of coarse grains, sugar cane. So due to these reasons, we find this debate more dominant in Punjab and Haryana.
UP did start with the Punjab Haryana farmers on MSP for some time in the first phase. After that, they stopped.
Yes.
What was the message given to the western regions farmers from UP that they are not now interested?
So I'm not exactly aware of what reason was given by those farmers. I'm sorry, sir.
What was the gold medal that you got in civil engineering?
Sir, I got highest CGPA at the end of my BTech across entire department.
So you got 9.87?
Yes, sir.
Okay. In civil engineering?
Yes, sir.
Now coming to the budget, what do you expect from budget 2025?
Sir, if we look at 2025, there are 2 major elections, Delhi elections and Bihar elections. So with less elections as compared to other years, I expect government to move ahead on the path of fiscal prudence and fiscal consolidation, and also push for the structural reforms in the economy. Also, the previous budget, if we see, there has been focus on youth, farmers, women. These initiatives should be taken forward. More commitment should be there for the renewable energy transition, so that we can move ahead on the path of achieving the Panchamrit goals.
Where would you like to put capex? How much percentage do you think we should put now on capex?
Sir, in my knowledge, last year I think around 3.4% of GDP was capital expenditure. So, as capital expenditure in general creates a virtuous cycle, creates more jobs, creates more capital for industrial sector to grow, I would like government to increase it. But exact what measure the government will increase, I think we will have to detailed analyze it.
What about the tax reforms?
Sir, in terms of direct tax, we have already come up with reform where we have introduced 2 regimes, and based on their convenience, the taxpayers can choose them. In terms of indirect tax, probably government can rationalize the GST across various domains, and also work regarding removing the inverted tax duty structure so that our exports can benefit. So on these lines, I think government can work.
Have you finished your probation in IRMS?
Sir, I just joined last month on 2nd of December. I'm currently on leave.
So you joined in Baroda?
Sir, I joined in Lucknow, 𝐼RITIM.
Okay, you've joined in 𝐼RITIM.
Yes.
And how has been your experience in 1 month?
Sir, I'm currently on leave. I was just there for 2 days and then I took extraordinary leave in order to give the exam next year.
What is the advantage of IRMS over previous streams that were there in railways?
Sir, as of now, the system that we have, the system is back to the old structure.
I know.
But if we only talk about IRMS, I think if we look at the recommendation of 𝐮𝐸𝐽𝐝 𝐕𝐢𝐝 committee, so it recommended that there should be only two kind of services: Indian Railways technical services and Indian Railways logistics services. So this IRMS was an attempt to replicate that Indian Railways logistics services, where we can harmonize various domains, where we can produce officers who have multiple capabilities, so that we can make railways more efficient, eliminate departmentalism. So all these things were envisaged by the IRMS reforms.
The Indian Ordnance Factory Services also have civil servants and engineers. There is no problem with the two streams coming together. Why the technical side missed in the IRMS? Why more people are opting for IITAS, IIPS, IRAS rather than the technical streams?
So I think it depends on what is the requirement of the particular person, because technical demands specific knowledge, they have specific domain of the work, they have specialized kind of work. But if someone wants to be in civil services, wants to be in interface with people, wants to work across different departments, then probably the civil services is the way to go, as IRMS officers also have a chance to work in other deputations as well. So I think because of all these kind of factors, people tend to prefer civil services as well in Indian Railways.
So is this the last year for IRMS?
No, sir. Next year, this 2024 again, IRMS, like as a single service, persons will be recruited, and probably from 2025 under different sub-cadres, candidates will be recruited.
Okay. Thank you, Aditya.
Thank you, sir.
Aditya, you had just mentioned data is the new oil.
Yes.
However, this same data also poses a challenge of being monopolized by corporates. So how do we overcome this challenge?
Ma'am, I think the role of the government and the parliament becomes very important in this regard. We have already legislated Data Protection Act, and recently rules were released regarding localization norms. So these have to be properly implemented in a way of dialogue with all the stakeholders. And when we will properly implement this, we need to implement safeguards in the working of various apps, various MNCs, and when it will be properly followed, I think we can prevent data from misuse.
Okay. Now, can you tell me that when we talk about Uttar Pradesh, it has a vast east-west divide. So what are the reasons and how can we bridge it? It's been so many years, however, the east-west divide continues. How can we bridge this?
And first of all, if we look at Green Revolution, so it became very well implemented in the western region of the Uttar Pradesh.
Correct.
So in terms of agriculture, it raced ahead. If we look at the Purvanchal region, first, it is not coastal region. It is not near to Delhi, unlike Western UP. So all these things work backwards. If we look at the health indicators, various diseases like JE, these have ravaged eastern side of the Uttar Pradesh. There has been less investment there. It has seen a large amount of migration to other states. So all these factors have led to backwardness of the eastern Uttar Pradesh. Now, in order to bridge that, government is already doing a lot of work. If we see recent Purvanchal Expressway, so it has decreased the distance of, say, 𝐼𝐨𝐽𝐝, my hometown, from Lucknow to around half. Earlier, it used to take 7 hours by road. Now it takes 3 hours. So infrastructural development, government is trying to invite various industries to invest in semiconductors, invest in electric vehicles. So we are providing subsidies, we are providing exemptions. So all these things, government is trying to attract investment, trying to build up skills of people there. So I think these are the good steps. We have to properly implement it in order to decrease the divide.
Okay. When we talk about electric vehicles, the government has been promoting it. However, the uptake has been less, despite subsidies. So what are the reasons?
Ma'am, first of all, an element of trust has to be built with the customer. I think if we look at Indian customer in general, it is still not trusting electric vehicles. Secondly, affordability is still an issue. Thirdly, if we see electric vehicles require charging stations, battery swapping stations. So these are still not properly developed in India. Also the raw material, the lithium batteries. We do not have extensive resources of lithium. So all these factors have led to unpopularity of electric vehicles currently.
Okay. Between lithium ion batteries and hydrogen cell, what do you think is better? And why?
So if we look at hydrogen, it is a renewable energy. It can be generated by renewable energy. So just on merit, green hydrogen is better because lithium, anyways, resources will be limited. But in terms of viability, currently lithium is better.
Okay. And can you tell me that recently you're from civil engineering, IIT Roorkee?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. In India, there have been many recent achievements in civil engineering. What do you think is the most remarkable of these?
Ma'am, I think it is still not operational, but it is soon going to be operational. The Udhampur-Srinagar-Baramulla rail link. So there is only one other railway link like that involved, that is in China, 𝐻𝐸-Tibet Railway. So it involves construction of railways in the rugged topography of Himalayas. So it involves various new techniques of you need to survey very well, you need to take various precautions. So if it can be operationalized and if it can be operated without any issues, I think this will be a significant achievement.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Aditya, you're from IIT Roorkee.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Which department of IIT Roorkee is considered the best department in Asian continent?
So traditionally, Department of Civil Engineering is considered the best.
Okay. And at presently, you're working with Indian Railways.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can you tell me which department of Indian Railways deals with the logistics?
The traffic.
Logistics and material management.
So the traffic department.
Are you sure?
Yes, sir. I am sure about it, sir.
What is the hierarchy in Indian Railway store services? What is the hierarchy in Indian Railway store services?
Sir, I am not aware of the details of store services. I am sorry.
Okay. Okay. What is the difference between simply supported beam and cantilever beam?
So, sir, in simply supported beam, we don't have any moment. We don't have any provision to resist the moment. In terms of cantilever, we have overhang structure. So, at one end, the beam is the particular beam is fixed, and at the other end, the beam is free.
What is the importance of slump test in concrete?
Sir, it is used to test the workability of the concrete.
Okay. And what is a comfortable dam?
Sir,
What is comfortable dam?
sorry, sir, I am not able to recall it at the present moment.
Okay. Can you tell me who wrote the book Citizenship and Social Order?
Sorry, sir, I am not aware of this.
Okay. What is the relationship of 0 and infinity?
Sir, in general, we can say that 0 and infinity are reverse of each other in the sense that 0 can be particularly identified and infinity is something which cannot be properly defined. So 0 and infinity are in sense reverse of each other, and in regular mathematics use, we often see that something divided by 0 is often infinity, because you are trying to quantify something by something which can be properly defined as compared to something which cannot be properly defined.
Is 0 a part of number line system?
Yes, sir, 0 is a part of number line system.
Okay. Over to you, Manoj.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, Aditya, you are already in Indian Railway Management Services.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, just I want to know, especially in Indian Railways, you are already very good job. So why you want to join Indian Administrative Services?
Ma'am, when I started to prepare for this exam, I always wanted to join Indian Administrative Services. Last year also, it was my first preference. So the dream is still not over. So I still want to attempt the exam, and government also gives us the opportunity, opportunity of taking the leave.
But in railway services, you have also an opportunity to serve people, mass number of people.
And because of this, I'm very grateful for the job I have. I don't have any issues with Indian Railway, but the opportunity that Indian Administrative Services offers, the diversity that it offers, I think the exposure it offers, it is not comparable. I think it is different from Indian Railways, that I can say.
Okay. So what is your opinion, especially in context of high-speed rail? As we are competing with China, in China, their high-speed rail is 350 km per hour. But in India, what is the speed limit of Vande Bharat?
Sorry, ma'am. It can maximum be operated at around 180, but currently being operated at around 150 km per hour.
So how can we compete with China? Because in China, there are a large number of high-speed rail.
Ma'am, we don't have to compete with China in the sense we have to develop at our own pace, at our own realities. The objective of Indian Railways is very different from the Chinese railway in the sense that in Indian Railways, we also have a social aspect to it.
But still we things are same in both countries. For like, they also have a large number of population, and in India also have a large number of population. So things are same almost.
Ma'am, we are already trying to move ahead in this regard in terms of changing, getting high quality of rails, getting good quality of sleepers. We are working on bullet train project, which is around 40% complete. We can see first bullet train by 2026, by next year, if everything goes right. So we are moving ahead in this regard. And already you can see that when around 5-6 years back, when first Vande Bharat started, now we have Vande Bharat sleeper, which is starting. So already we are progressing time by time. I think we will not catch up to China, but I think we will start seeing high-speed railways more commonly in India in next few years.
Okay, so what are you expecting in upcoming budget for the Indian Railways?
Ma'am, so currently, if we look at the railways, what are the priorities? So the Kavach system, the indigenous system that we have only currently deployed it at only southern regions of the country. So we need some funding in order to deploy it across all the railways so that we can prevent various accidents. We need to construct various overbridges, underbridges so as to eliminate level crossings. So all these infrastructural development we need. We need some funds with regards to dedicated freight corridors so that we can improve our modal share, which will be both sustainable from the point of view of from the point of sustainability, it will be good, and from the point of economic benefit also, it will be good. So all these things think we can allocate significant funds for the budget. Yes.
Okay. So what type of facilities given by the Indian Railways, especially in context of women, which a women passenger can avail during her ride on Indian Railways?
Ma'am, I'm sorry, ma'am, I cannot recall any specific facility at the present moment.
Okay, and now AI Action Summit is going on. Maybe you are aware about that?
Sorry, ma'am, specific summit at the present moment I'm not aware of. What I heard was that French President Emmanuel Macron said that we are going to organize a summit and Prime Minister Modi will attend that summit.
So what is your opinion? What should we have to do, especially from India, because now it's become a biggest threat also?
In the sense, we can look at the quote of Stephen Hawking. He said that AI can be the most significant human invention, but it also can be the last human invention. So it has many benefits. So I think the way EU has done it, it has divided AI into various categories.
But the drawback, the negative point, the negative aspects also.
So we can categorize the usage of AI in the sense.
And one more thing, especially in US and European countries, we can see the protest against the AI because of it also create unemployment also.
So ma'am, in the sense that we can categorize the usage of AI, where the usage of AI is making us more efficient, more optimal, I think we can use it. But in the usage which are more dangerous in terms of deep fakes, in terms of defense technologies, I think we can restrict how much AI we can use. Already US has come up with a system where it is restricting the transfer of graphic processing units to various countries. It has come up with categorization regarding that. So we need to see.
In India, is there any law? Is there any laws in right now working for the AI?
No, ma'am, we don't have currently dedicated law for AI, but regarding various illegal activities.
Do you think so that it's much needed right now?
Yes, ma'am. We need to adopt to the realities of the time, and we need to come up with a comprehensive law to regulate AI for sure.
And what is your opinion, especially unemployment? That AI also create unemployment also?
Ma'am, if we look at the human civilization, there have been various incidences where new technologies have come up. People have feared that there will be some unemployment, but it has created an employment also across various domains. So I think with AI also this will happen, but probably, as I said before, the employment will be mostly at the higher levels. So we should be able to skill people. So already we have our India AI mission where we are trying to skill people in various skills related to AI. So I think that is the way forward.
That is the way forward. Okay, so you are also the part of NCC.
Yes, ma'am. In the first year of my college, I was an NCC cadet.
So what is the importance of NCC?
So the motto of NCC is unity and discipline. So especially in the youth, through NCC, the armed forces try to instill a sense of respect for the various ideals of the country, of the nation, a sense of unity, a sense of discipline, knowledge about armed forces. So this creates this allows them to achieve their full potential. This allows them to prosper across various domains of their life. And I think it also helped me during the college first year in the sense to allow my college life to be more disciplined and to interact with my batchmates as well in a better way.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Aditya, while answering to her question, you said your dream is to join the administrative service.
Yes.
But when you see your choices, you filled up to 6 choices.
Yes, sir.
So what was the need to opt for Indian Audits and Accounts Service when you are already in IRMS?
Sure, sir. Sir, generally when we prioritize services, we look at various factors, and I think if we look at the competition for Indian Administrative Service, probably the service closes around top 70 to 80 ranks. So in terms of, if we look at the probability of getting Indian Administrative Service is very small. So we look at the other services, the chance it offers, like Indian Police Service. It also involves a lot of interface with people. It allows you to work at...
I can understand all India services. What about the others?
Sir, in terms of Indian Audit and Account Service, my primary, if you look at the background of the service, there have been various surveys which show that work-life satisfaction in the sense of Indian Audit and Account Service is very better.
So you opted for direct taxes, indirect taxes and audits.
Sir, I think my first preference is customs due to the diversity it offers as compared to income tax.
So if you are given income tax or customs, you will quit the railways.
Yes, sir, because I have given it higher preference, surely I'll quit the railways and join customs.
So any particular reason why would you like to leave railways and join the income tax or the customs?
Sir, I think it is mainly related to what opportunities I can have in the future, in the sense that I'm already a student of mathematics. Indian customs and income tax, these involve knowledge of economics, implementation of economics. We can get various roles across various domains related to this. So keeping all these things in mind, I kept IT and customs above Indian Railways.
Okay. Thank you, Aditya. We've come to the end of the interview. Your actual interview is on 28th.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. Aditya, it's really nice talking to you. You're
Thank
full
you,
of
sir.
confidence. You reflect energy. You have a depth of answer. Your body language is perfect. I don't see any reason which will stop you getting into IAS. From my side, it is all the best to you.
Thank you, sir.
I can also only say all the best to you because it was absolutely perfect. You had the content, you could articulate your answers. All the best.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, Aditya, you are really so good and your answer is also very nice. You have to do work, especially in context of women, which I already asked you.
Sure, ma'am. I should have researched.
Indian Railway gives facilities for, like, especially a baby is in train, they also provide milk. Okay, if a woman is suppose that randomly she get a menstrual period, so also they get sanitary napkin also they provide.
Sure, ma'am. I should have
This
researched on it.
facility given
Sure.
by the Indian Railways.
Sure.
Okay.
Thank
So
you.
all the best, Aditya, from my side.
Aditya, how much did you score in your interview last time?
Sir, 190.
190. And how was your written this time?
Sir, I've done well in my optional compared to last year. General
How much are
studies.
you expecting in mathematics?
Sir, I'm expecting close to 300.
Okay. And in the interview,
Sir, interview, I'm not expecting. I'll try to give my best.
you over 190 or below?
Sir, I'll try to better my score. I'm expecting to better my score, but we cannot expect anything because the interview is,
Okay.
depends on the day.
So the point that I want to make is when you talk and when you stress on any sentence, your hand keeps twisting like this to stress on a particular word also. So if you can curb that habit of twisting your, especially your left, every word that you speak, this hand goes twist. I think you want to put more force.
Yes, sir.
in your
Generally, when I
answers
talk, I try to.
and put more energy. So that is why you put pressure on your hands to give that energy.
Sure, sir. I'll try to
So
curb this.
when you get the video tomorrow, have a look at it. See that you don't keep stressing your arms.
Sure, sir.
Okay.
I'll
All the best from our side and do well. Since you have limited time, you can just brush up things. And especially now that you're in the railways, little more information on railways.
Sure, sir.
All the best.
Thank you, sir.
All the
Thank you,
best.
ma'am.
All the best.
So
All the
you
best.
don't intend to wear a blazer?
Sir,